everybody, welcome back to MGA Spotlight. Today I'm joined by a man from, just fresh in from Germany. It was fresh from the Irish Poker Open as the winner of the H.O.R.S.E. Flew into Melbourne and now he's fresh from a win at Aussie Millions, event number 2, the H.O.R.S.E. Sascha, welcome.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
So, is this your first Aussie Millions?
It's my first Aussie Millions live, yeah, being here, not watching it on TV or the internet, yeah.
So you've just rocked in, taken out the H.O.R.S.E.
Yeah.
That's our record number that we've ever had, 64 entries.
Nice. Yeah.
And we got to tangle a little bit on day 2.
Yeah, we did.
You got to win and I got to bust. So
that's
congratulations.
What happens, unfortunately for you, luckily for me.
Yeah. How did you find the competition there and the I guess the skill of the players compared to, like, you travel the world, so.
Oh, pretty good. I mean, most of them were very seasoned players. There were some Hold'em players in there, but they also knew how to navigate the stack, and they were stronger obviously in the Hold'em game and stud games. Not so good in Res maybe. Yeah. But they knew their way around the table. So I had fun. I had some interesting hands where people would fold to check raises and stuff on 6th Street. That doesn't always happen.
Yeah, okay.
It was interesting. Yeah. And playing with Joe Hashem. And the grinder as well. Quite the experience.
Okay. Tell me, how many mistakes did I make when we were playing?
I don't know. I don't know. Playing against me was probably the first one. No, I don't know. I don't count. I can't really tell. Like unless somebody like Van tells me I made a mistake there. Maybe how would you have played that? So there was actually a lot of friendly talk and strategy and how would you have done that and what do you think?
Yeah, okay.
So it was overall a very friendly vibe.
Yeah. The mixed game community that we have and we're growing and we're building here, it is a lot about people helping each other, because there's a lot of people that are still playing it for the first time. They just want to understand the spots. They want to understand, the change the game. There's a little bit of somebody saying, oh, like we're Raz, it's 2.5k.
Yeah, right, it's a big buy-in for the first timer.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's it, exactly. Like, which one's Raz?
So I have a question then. Is there smaller tournaments for beginners here in Melbourne?
Yeah. Well, Mixed Games Academy, we run tournaments pretty much from $400 right through to we run a 10k. So yeah, there is an entry. Get people to try, and learn, and have a crack at it as well. So absolutely. So that's not today. Today's a $1,500. Pot limit Omaha, high, low, 8 or better.
Yes.
What's your strongest game out of all of the games that you play? Which would you say is your strongest?
Every game, even outside of the normal mixed game rotation, I would probably still say Hold'em. No limit.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I like stud high low and Omaha high low a lot, but I'm probably way too spew in Omaha high low.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm way too loose there.
Okay.
I'm better and more controlled in the stud games. I've learned to, choose my hands wisely. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So tell me a little bit about the Irish Poker Open, the win there. How big were the fields?
I think we were. How many players did we have? Did we have 80? I can't even remember. It was not small, and it's a pretty stacked field in Ireland. Like I said before, the mixed game community travels around Europe to all the relevant stops, like you would have the WSOP circuits in certain towns. Not every WSOP circuit has mixed games. Depends a bit on where it's being played, right? Okay. Like France, for example, doesn't allow for mixed games. They only have license for Hold'em and Omaha. Yeah. Okay. But if you go to Estonia, the WSOP circuit there, and the Kings of Tallinn, they have a huge mixed game schedule, even with open-faced Chinese and stuff.
Really?
Like that. Yeah, of course, yeah. Just a slight rule change there, you don't requalify. Okay. So you can't requalify into fantasy.
Okay.
Because otherwise you just steamroll if you're on a run.
Yeah. Okay.
EPT, then you have Norwegian Championship, then you have the European Poker Championship, which is spearheaded by Tobias Leskens from Norway. He recently made the final table at the 100k mixed game in Vegas. Yeah. He was there. He's one of the main figures in mixed games in Europe. He provides all the structures to the bigger festivals. They listen to him, He creates his own aquarium, being the shark in it. He's like we talked before, that he would also share his strategy. Like you would ask him something, he will give you the response. He would not be. He's not out for value there. So like a really friendly guy, trying to get mixed games out there again.
Yeah.
What else do you have? The smaller festivals, I don't know. I've never been to all the Eastern European ones, like Bulgaria and Romania. There's lots of stuff happening lately, and Spain, Malaga. I haven't been there, but you will find a good mixed game schedule once per month somewhere, for sure, which is great for Europe, given that the last stat table died in 2016, maybe in Vienna. And it was full of old Asian people, mostly female.
Okay. So that's basically you. You're just traveling around playing mixed games, playing poker?
Yes, I'm trying to play mixed games as much as possible. If I can avoid a multi-day Hold'em tournament, I will, especially in Europe. There's many racks, and I'm not enjoying the headphones and the hoodies and the non-talk, and it's not my. And also, I'm working in the industry, so for me, it's also a bit of networking, and I will find better people to network with in a mixed game festival than in a Hold'em tournament, for sure.
Why do you think that is?
Well, the people are on average older.
Yep.
Many of them are businessmen who also like just travel and play a bit of poker for fun. They don't need to live off that money. They do it for leisure and for fun, which is the intention that you should have when you play a game in first place. And the games just bring more interaction with them. Like you have open cards, you discuss, you have a talk after the hand, you know.
And the hands take so long, and so players are getting into conversations.
Of course, and nobody minds.
No.
It's not like somebody next to you says suddenly like, shut up, I'm in the middle of a hand. Nobody, unless you like exaggerate, obviously. Okay. But overall, it's just a way friendlier field always in a mixed game festival.
I love the unsolved world of the mixed games. Like my favourite is Deuce to 7, right? So I love the. We're heads up. How many are you drawing? How many are I drawing? Who's got position? Where are we at? Like that's all the information we get. Like it's.
Well, I think somebody who is also a very good regular in Europe is Sweems. He kind of calls himself the Deuce to 7 specialist. He's very analytic, and he said he put a lot of time into spots and stuff, and getting the dynamics. Not maybe in a mixed game rotation, but if you only play Deuce to 7, right? You get way more information of how people approach different spots. Like how do they play the draws? What draws do they play? And so on. So he put a lot of time into that. And he says, like, I improved by doing this a lot. Like, it's not only the information that you have at the table, but also about the players and how they play their hands. And that is something that you don't usually get in a mixed game rotation. Because you never get this dynamic, right? Just 6 hands and next 6 hands and next one. So that's a bit different. So you have to, I think, in a mixed game rotation, you have to play way more. Way tighter in your games, in your hand selection, than you would be in a cash game or in a 100% Deuce to 7 triple draw game. It's a completely different approach in my eyes. That's how I see that.
We spoke briefly at the H.O.R.S.E tournament the other day about Svitten Special. And we played Drawmaha here, and I think we had the conversation where I let you know that we cap the draws at 3. We don't have I think you called it peaky, no peaky, when somebody's just taking one card. So tell us about how big that is in Germany, Europe, and whether is it all Svitten Special, or do they have like variations within it?
Well, it depends. Like if you go to the regular festivals, it will always be Svitten Special, which is Drawmaha peaky, they would call it in America, I think. So when you get one card dealt, when you change one card on the flop, you get it dealt face up. And then you can decide whether you want to keep
it or you don't take it.
And then you get the next one face down. But if you go to, the more crazy mixed game people, like we have a Madness festival in Italy, is privately organized in a restaurant with food and drinks and a couple of guys, meeting for the weekend, playing some mixed game tournaments. Then you will find variations of Svitten Special where you play 0-49. So you count the points instead of and 0 would be all the face cards, would be 0. That would be nuts. On your hand. And 49 is the second nuts. Something 10, like
10,
that.
10, 10, 10, 9.
Yes, exactly. And we don't have a qualifier. You said you have a qualifier.
When we play it as triple draw, we have it as a qualifier.
You play it as triple draw. Okay, we play everything single draw. There's no Svitten triple draw that I know of. In the end, if we do like these mixed game rounds, whatever you can explain, you can play.
Of course.
So there's a full rotation of that.
But I should clarify, in Svitten, when I say, I'm just talking 49-0, we play as a triple draw game, but there's no board. Like it's literally just 49-0.
Okay. So it's not a Svitten with 3 draws.
We do.
Okay, understood.
Drawmaha 49 or Drawmaha 0, but not do you do it as both, which will be a new mix that I'm going to now take to the next
well,
game?
it's Omaha, but on your hand you're playing 49-0.
Yeah.
And on the board you still play 5-card Omaha.
Yeah, but you can play both the 49-0 on your hand. Only on your hand. So 0 is nuts, 49 is second nuts. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And on the board you just play regular Omaha, 5-card Omaha.
Okay.
So it's still a split pot game.
Yeah.
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 That we do. Yeah. Okay. That works, and we can do it with deuce to 7 as well.
So if I've got 1, and you've got 47.
Yeah, 47 wins. 0 is the nuts, 49 is the second nuts.
Okay.
That's the only. Yeah. You could also play just 0 or like low.
Yeah.
You can do that as well. But we also do a deuce to 7 and Omaha mix. So deuce to 7 on your hand.
We play that as well. Yeah. I do ace to 5, deuce to 7, and straight.
And then you have all the Badusi, Badacies, and Watermelon and Crisscross. So we play all the different.
What's Watermelon? I haven't.
I can't explain. I think you have to win 2 boards out of 3.
Okay.
Something like that. Okay. I can't remember. Crisscross is interesting. You play 5-card Omaha on 2 boards, and you play from the first flop card, the second flop card, the third flop card from top to bottom, 3 from your hand, 2 on the board.
We have a similar one called the cross, where you got the and I learnt this in Umea, where you put the face, so you put the spit card out, so the first card of the board, and then you go across for the rest of the flop, and that way, and then turn.
Yeah, and we did something with the square, but I can't really recall. Now I want to do this festival in Germany in my room.
Yeah.
So I asked the Italian guys yesterday to take some pictures of the games they play.
Yeah.
And I will put up a Google sheet for my players, because my players don't know any mixed games. We play a Hold'em and Omaha. They're already like high-low is already like a very strange concept to them.
Okay.
So I have to introduce it.
Yeah.
And then I will do some my Sweden video. I have a Sweden video with Franke that I talked about earlier.
Okay.
We did like an introduction video on Instagram and it exploded, right?
Okay.
So I want to do that for like a little bit more AI.
Yes.
Yeah. Just on the table, explaining how the games work.
Okay.
For the German players. And then every week I will put out 1 or 2 games so they can have a look at how it works and teach my dealers so they can deal it. And then the Italians will come over for a weekend in July.
Yeah.
Some people from the festival.com will also come. Some English people will come. So we will have an international mixed game weekend. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like,
depending what kind of madness you want to add to it, when you see Gary Benson the game this week, ask him about Gary's game.
Okay.
He has his cube. I don't want to give too much away.
Yeah.
It's a cube. There's 3 pots. It's high-low. It's Badoogie.
He explained that to me.
He did explain it to you.
He did. Okay. I was like, okay, that sounds crazy. So you have 3 different pots. Yeah, he told me that. Yeah, I mean, you will have to play a couple of hands to understand, to really understand how it works. Yeah, but it sounds fun.
It is. It is for about 5 hands an hour or something like that. So.
Oh yeah, it takes forever, right?
Yeah.
So and is it like?
I think it would obviously speed up, like anything. It would start to speed up.
Sure, but does it play big? Or is it like because of 3 pots?
Well, I kind of vetoed it.
I mean, does it get out of proportion in terms of pot, not like...
No, it's a limit game, so
it's a limit game, okay.
It doesn't get crazy. I don't think so. I mean, I think they played it like, 2040 or something like that. Like it wouldn't get into the big game or anything. The last thing I'd like to know, I've seen you for 3 days now, and I'm a cap guy myself. Day 1, you've got like a cream cap. Day 2, you had like a light blue cap. Today, you got the black cap. How many did you bring for the trip to Melbourne?
4.
You bought 4, okay, so we're on rotation.
I have a mint one as well, and the hoodie for it as well.
Okay.
I kind of made that a little bit of my thing. I started out with 1.
Yeah.
I never liked headwear. So baseball caps just fucking don't suit me. I tried.
Yeah.
But now the hair is a bit thin. So I thought about, add some style to it, and then, so I thought, colors. Colors it is.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Mate, thank you very much for joining us. Best of luck today. Best of luck for the rest of your trip in Melbourne.
Thank you.
Good on you.
Thank you.